Hello and welcome, I'm Joel from Clever Dynamics. In this video, I'm going to show you how to get started with Clever WMS Containers in Business Central. We'll keep this simple and practical. We're going to create a new container type using a Euro pallet as our example, and then we'll create a container under that type and look at how it can be used. A container type is the template. It defines what kind of container you're working with, such as a pallet, box, or a tote. The container itself is the individual record you'll actually use in transactions. To begin, use the search and open container types. Here, we can see the list of container types already set up in the system. To create a new one, choose New. For this example, I'll enter a code of EPAL. For the description, I'll enter Euro pallet. Next, I can define the number series in container numbers if I want the system to assign container numbers automatically. This controls how new containers of this type are numbered when I use the creation actions. If this is left blank, I can still create containers manually by entering the container number myself, but the automatic create new container process won't work for this container type. Now I can decide whether this is a reusable container. For a pallet, that would normally be yes, so I'll enable reusable. For more information on reusable containers, click the card in the video or click the link in the description. On the other side of the General Fast tab are details such as the GRAI, GTIN, GS1 and special equipment codes that can be entered here if your company uses these. Now I can also enter the measurements for the pallet. For example, I can enter the length, width, height, weight and maximum weight. This helps define the physical characteristics of the container type and gives users better visibility when working with containers. For a basic setup, the most important fields are the code, description, number series, and whether the container is reusable. Once those details are entered, I can close the card. Now that the type exists, I can create the actual container records that sit under this type. With the Euro pallet type selected, I can click Create Containers. Here, I can select the container type, enter how many containers I want to create, set a location, and optionally, depending on your setup, the zone code and the bin code. For this example, I just want to create 10 pallets, so I enter 10 in the number of containers to create. I know where the pallets are stored in the warehouse, so I can enter the location, then I choose OK. Business Central now creates the pallet containers using the number series from the container type. To see it, I can open the containers list. Here is the list of new pallets we've just created. Each container has its own unique number, but inherits its type from the container type we created earlier. If I open the container card, I can review details such as the container number, container type, location, bin, and status. At this stage, the container is ready to be used in warehouse and inventory processes. For example, when receiving stock, posting a positive adjustment, or using container track transactions, I can now assign these pallets as the container number. That means the stock is being placed into this specific container record in the system. So in simple terms, the type defines what the pallet is, and the container record is the actual pallet I use day to day. So to recap, the container creation process is very straightforward. First, create the container type. Second, make sure the type has a number series or leave blank for manual entry, and remember to enable or disable reusable. Third, create one or more containers under that type. And finally, use these on transactions when stock needs to be assigned to a physical pallet or container. Thank you for listening. For more tutorials and detailed information, please visit Clever Doc's website.